hey, personally, Sean sits down with you, maps it all out, makes sure that everybody that wants to strive and grow within this business, Sean Poe could go ahead and help you do that. So he's going to go ahead and share some information on how you want to go ahead and kick off your month for this month of September. Thanks, Sean.
Love it. Thanks, Guy. Appreciate you, all of Corp. You guys are amazing. We've got crazy stuff happening, right? You guys, this tidal wave that's about ready to hit us. I hope you are prepared. That's my number one comment today is get prepared, because everything that we've been seeing, especially since Park City, is a whole nother level than anything I've ever seen before at this company. And, you know, starting to hear the testimonials, I think I'm on day 10 now of taking the product, and what I'm seeing myself and my energy level, it's off the charts, you guys. It is crazy. Those of you that are on Facebook, you might have seen Dawn's before and afters going around, but we're starting to see some stuff that will change this company, and I could not be happier. I keep joking around to our VAs that we need to find some human tranquilizers for my wife to get her through the next 35 days. But that's the excitement level here at the Poe House. And one thing that I want to say real quick before I turn it over to these amazing presidentials that are on here with me is I want you to think about potential right now. And I heard about this at a Tony Robbins event years ago, is probably in 2017, and somebody was talking about a rubber band. And they were talking about, you know, kinetic energy, potential energy, but the big concept of it was potential energy that you can create with a rubber band. And there's going to be people that come into October 11th and they have their rubber band. They're a consultant, they're in the business, they have the ability to share, but they've done nothing with their rubber band. And so October 11th comes, and guess what? They let go and it just falls down. Doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Is that where you want your business to be? Now, there's going to be some of you guys that pull it back a little bit, and you're going to get excited about October 11th. You didn't really do a ton to create a ton of momentum, but you pulled it back a little bit. You've got a group growing, right? And then when you let go of the rubber band, it does go forward. But what I want to talk about is maximizing this potential and getting as much potential energy into your business right now and starting for the next 38 days or whatever it is till October 11th. And there's going to be those of you that are stretching this rubber band so far back that when we hit go on the website, your business explodes. That rubber band takes off like a rocket ship and never comes back. And that's what I want to see for each and every one of you that wants it out of this business, because we do not get this time back. We don't get to a redo to have the launch over again. Yes, January 1st is going to come when people want better finances, better health, but the launch of the product happens once. You get one opportunity to create that story, whether you've been in the business 13 years like me or 3 days like somebody else. We all have the same ability to get this out and blow it up. So I'm going to turn it over to a good friend of mine, Tara Wilson, not master pro tens anymore, presidential consultant with LifeVantage. I'll never forget meeting Tara for the first time on the Mediterranean cruise. They had come into the company, and I mean, they were lighting things up. They came over, they were professional network marketers. I was impressed because Michelle and I came in with no knowledge of network marketing. We didn't know the first thing about what we were doing. And we saw this polished group of professional network marketers come over to our company and teach us a lot of things. So pay attention to Tara. Take it over.
Thank you. Polished. Thank you. We're never polished behind closed doors, though. They call me the CEO, the Chief Entertainment Officer. But you guys, I don't think I've been this excited or this actually optimistic in my 17 and a half years. This month is 17 and a half years in this profession. And I've had Three big launches that have literally changed my life, launching my first company. And for those of you guys who've been around a while, I really strongly suggest you guys really revisit Andy Andrews. Like, launching is a decision. Seeking mentorship is a decision. Having a business plan is a decision, right? So there's decisions you can make. And I made decisions in my early days in 2007 while working full time with two small kids, because a lot of people see me like, oh, it must be nice, you have three older kids. I did it when I had 2 years into the profession, I had an infant. My daughter was born in 2009. So I have done this while having a working spouse with an infant, newborn, a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. So trust me when I say I've walked in all of your shoes. And building this business is completely a decision. And the decision to launch my business in 2007, the decision to launch into another company in December 2010, where it was a weight loss company. And you guys, I shared this a little bit on last month's opening month call. I went from zero to having $7.5 million per month in my personal downline within 2.5 years. Okay. But we weren't an activation company. We didn't have extraordinary science. All we had was weight loss. It wasn't a great product. There was no patents. There was no clinical studies. And what came up came down. And I don't think that's going to happen here. In fact, I'm confident that's not going to happen here because of our activation story. I believe that we're going to go up, 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 and keep going up and away. And the third launch was obviously, like Sean was saying, in October of 2015, where we decided to partner with LifeVantage. And we only brought over a handful of people. I think it's important for people to know that anyone can have the success we had, because we didn't build this on the back of big networkers. We built it on the back of people who called their mom, their dad, their sister, their brother, their best friend, their coworker, the people they cared about, and shared the story of LifeVantage with them, because they had never heard the story of Protandim. I mean, we only had Protandim, Axio, and the skincare, and then the pet tandem. That's all we had when I joined. I have been there for the launch of every product. I've been there for the NRF1, and I've been there for the NAD. Guys, let me just tell you really quick about the NAD launch. It was also October of 2018. In that month, my team did 250,000 in new volume with a product that was 40 SV. 250,000. That's the month that Rachel Picard went Pro 10. We had Marilee Marison for Pro 8, which of course are the new ranks. You guys like EC3, Becky. Like, there's so many rank advancements happened in that month, and I'll tell you that momentum is a fun thing. And I know you guys in the early days had some momentum, right, Brandon? You guys, when you launched the product, you had some momentum. Momentum is not everyone doing big things. Momentum is like many hands make small work. Think about a giant whirlpool. And here's another analogy. So you got your rubber band, now you're gonna have a whirlpool. Now imagine like a giant circle, lazy river with everybody. Now you're gonna have like the presidentials and the executives, and they're gonna be paddling fast because we know what's possible. We've seen it, we've been there, and you guys, some of you have been here in LifeVantage. We've been there, we know what it is. But there's some of you who will be there, and all you have to do is be in the whirlpool and be paddling in the right direction, and you will get caught up in the current. I saw very average people do extraordinary things when the company I was with went from 34 million to 624 million in 4 years. Broke records, $2 billion over like 5 years that I was there. And I'll tell you, it's because they were in the pool. So I'm going to talk a little bit for a couple minutes, and then I'll hand it over to Brandon. I want to talk about what you need to be doing in the next 35 days or whatever it is, 5 weeks. You have 5 weeks before this extraordinary event. First of all, I would get as many people as you can to the event. I know it costs money. I know it's a hardship. I know some people might not have a couple days out of their life. I know you might have kids or other responsibilities. I do know. But I also know that there's not going to be a replacement for the feeling you will get from being there. I really feel like it's going to be a part of our history of LifeVantage going forward that you won't want to miss. You will be like, I was in the room. I was there, and I was part of it, and it'll get into you. So I understand. So please, if you already say you're not going, you're not going. But if you say, I'm going to try to go, your brain will start working on solutions. Go sell $1,000 or $2,000 in product and make the money. Go work for it, right? there's three types of people in this world that I try. You know, I'll try to be there. I'll try to make it work. I'll try to do my business. Those people don't get far. Then they have the dangerous one is I'll do my best. Well, Tara, my best is my best. I'll do my best to get to the launch. I'll do my best to learn about GLP. I'll do my best, to stay plugged in. I'll do my best to contact people. And that's dangerous because you think, well, Tara, there's nothing more than my best, but yet there is. There is, I will do whatever it takes kind of person. And those are the kind of people that go to presidential and executive in this company. You don't see people dabbling their way to executive. It's not possible. It's an all-in mentality. And I was talking to Michelle earlier, Michelle Poe, you're there. Hi, Michelle. And she's just like, you know what? She's having conversations with her team. And sure, Sean can, they're like, talk to your family. These next 90 days could be the most critical, impactful days of your life. Ask your, spouse to support you. Make sure you turn off and stop Netflixing and chilling, right? And start getting proactive. So what would I do? What am I doing? Proactive versus reactive. And thank you, Brandon, for this idea. Proactive is when you reactive is when you're like, oh, I have a social media. I've got 500 friends. I'm just going to post something and hope that everyone in my family jumps on it. Go look at your views. Go look at your story views. I have 27,000 followers on Facebook, and I might get 1,000 on a really good reel. Like a really, really good, I might get 2,000 or 3,000. But trust me when I say it's not 27,000. Proactive is you are building your business. And that's one of those decisions that I talked about earlier that changed my life, that changed the trajectory of my life. It's a series of decisions. So you guys have the decision right now to be prepared, to get your paddle in the water, to get educated, to take every single consultant you have ever enrolled that is doing nothing and have a conversation. Look, if you're still interested in building a business with LifeVantage, there has literally never been a better time. Let's talk about what's going on. Get them re-engaged. People are seeing my posts. I have barely cracked open the door because we don't have pricing yet. There's a lot of things we don't know yet. And I'm like, I can't even unleash the dogs yet because I post one post, go look at it, like 250 comments or something like that. I'm getting a list that's already like a mile long and people are like, what is it? What is it? And like, I have a little bit to tell them, right? We haven't even published our clinical study. We have people on it for 7 to 10 days, but the results, my housekeeper, I got her on it because she wanted to lose weight. She's going to do it. And she's already down 6 pounds in 7 days. Trust me when I say this works. She's not a consultant. She's just doing this because she truly wants to lose weight. So proactive means getting everyone you've ever talked to and into a conversation, into a group, into a presentation. Get them on tomorrow night with myself and Dr. Jess Bueller. It's going to be awesome. It's another repeat, right? Number 2 is going to every person that is a customer and saying, hey, I just want to prepare you. And do you know anyone? Do you guys know that obesity is the fastest growing disease in the world, right? Get them to say yes. Hey, did you know that obesity was the fastest growing disease in the world? Yeah. Hey, do you know anyone that needs to lose 10 or more pounds? Oh my gosh. You know the number one answer I got when I was in weight loss? Everyone. That's the number one answer I got. Everyone, right? Not everyone looks like Michelle Poe, okay? 7 out of 10 people are overweight and 4 out of 10 people are obese. And, it's the fastest growing disease in kids, you guys. We have a lot of work to do. So don't worry about if there's other GLP-1 products, if there's this, if there's that, if there's another MLM. The people that are running those MLMs don't know your friends, don't know your families, do not know your distributors' friends, and do not know your distributors' families. So start talking about all your customers about, hey, there's never been a better time, and hey, if you are interested in weight loss, let's get you ready. Let's get you on some of the products, right? And number 3, call everyone you know and say, hey, you know what? I may have never talked to you about LifeVantage, but you know what? I want to ask you, do you know anyone that needs to lose weight? Do you think they would be interested in a GLP-1 activation weight management system that doesn't require prescriptions because we're a supplement, that doesn't require needles, that is going to activate your GLP-1, and then give them information? I promise you guys, I told Steve Fife, I always like put my hand to the fire. If I hadn't put my hand to the fire in September in Croatia, and boy, did and Steve reminds me, I told everybody I'm going Pro 10 this month. And hey, Tara, how are you? Good, I'm going Pro 10 this month. I had every single person, it was a running joke in Croatia. Guess what? Tara is going Pro 10 this month. And you know why I did it? because I had to put some skin in the game. And by the way, September 25th, when subscriptions ran, I was 84,000 short. Had I not done that in Croatia, I would not have made it, but I did it. And I did it 2 days early. And I think that's the first one in history that's ever done early, besides like Michelle and Sean, I think did it early too. So that is putting yourself to the fire. So I told Steve Fife, I will have 200 people on my list that I will personally message on October 11th and 12th to let them know. And my goal is to sign up 50 new people in those days following in October. My goal is to enroll 50 people as a consultant or a customer. That's mine. So when everyone worried about the Alaska trip, let me just tell you, that's when I plan on getting the Alaska trip, is October, November, December. I'm not worried about it. I promise you. Take it from someone who has done weight loss before. It will literally be like shooting fish in a barrel, but you have to put in the work. 3 quick things. Number 1, educate yourself. Get on all the calls with the scientific advisory board. Everything the company puts out, Lisa Barnes just put a cool little Instagram reel, post it. Get familiar with what GLP-1 is. Number 2, commit to a number. Give yourself a number of how many people are going to be on your list. And number 3, make yourself a goal. What do you want in October, November, or December? Because what I know is if you have no goal, you have no plan, you're going to go nowhere. It's like getting in the car and be like, where are you driving? I don't know. You're going to waste time and money. So get yourself a goal, a specific number. And even if it's a crazy number, like I'm going to enroll 25 people and you only enroll 5, how many did you enroll this month? It's probably more than you enrolled this month. And also keep sharing the activation story. I've been signing up customers, just adding them to this amazing group that, thank you, Erica Dale, for starting. And I just signed up another customer today that I added to the group. He's on the gut health stack. Guys, when we do have more information and we do have the pricing and we know what's going on, please, please get loud. So give yourself the best opportunity to have the best October. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys do this right, it could impact and change your life forever. So with that, I'm going to bring on the master presidential, Brandon Cunningham, one of the best and smartest businessmen I know. So honored to be on the FAB with you and Sean and all of you. And we've got some really great minds that are helping us lead this company, and you're one of them. So over to you, Brandon.
Thanks, Tara. Yeah, today that was a doozy, guys. 2 hours today with the FAB. It was a doozy. My butt is still numb. I had to walk laps around the house, but that was a doozy. And your boy here, Skylar. You guys, Skylar's amazing. Like, I'm not saying that just because he's here on this Zoom with us. He's amazing. He's running things. He's keeping us crazy consultants in order. We probably ask him 10 times for the link for every Zoom, which probably drives him nuts. That's not his job. But on top of Skylar's presence there, Steve Fife, I think he was there the entire 2 hours too. Like, you guys, I've been a part of this company since almost the beginning, and I've been on the FAB with every CEO. There's not been one that I haven't served with. No CEO does what Steve is doing. None. It just doesn't happen. Hasn't happened. He's committed, and I just thought I would share that with you guys tonight because there is going to be an effort, like Tara said. There is. I always say, if you want something bad enough, you'll get it, but there's always a price to pay. There's always a price to pay. And if you didn't pay the price, then it's that easy come, easy go. Like that will happen, right? If you pay the price, it's something that takes great effort. And what usually takes great effort is a pretty big reward because a lot of people are just not willing to make the effort. That's what this call is about tonight, is the people who are ready to step up into that next level of whatever that looks like for you. I'm watching the chat. Thank you guys for being active in the chat. Fires us up. It lets us know that you're not doing 20 different things right now. You kind of have your eyes and ears here. You're not watching the television with one eye and your phone with the other. You're here with us present, which is really good, because one little thing can be said. And if you missed it because you were worried about what's going on in the kitchen, you missed it. Like Sean said, you don't get a redo, guys. You don't get a redo on this launch. It's not like we can dial this up again. Will there be more products? Yes, but there'll never be another one like this with us, and not at this company. And so I'm just sitting here thinking as Sean was talking, and I want to just talk to you guys as we close this about being intentional, your intentionality, because I believe even for the most organized person, there are times where we get off track. We're not intentional. And for the next 5, 6 weeks is not the time. This is not the time to be off track and be lost and in the weeds. Because listen, guys, it's the third, right? The third of the month. We're closing up the third right now, right? Do you guys realize that represents 10% of September? 10% of September is done. Were you intentional with it? Like, do you want your check to go down by 10%? No, you want to go up by 10%. And so we have to be intentional with every day between now and this launch. And if you're not, then it's just days will turn into weeks. And so I'm going to suggest to you guys that you get very intentional with your schedule, because at the end of the day, this is what we're talking about. I tell everybody all the time, the reason you should go to events and the reason you should really bring a team to events is events do one thing. When we return, it changes the way we spend our time. That's what events do. When you go to an event, when you return from the event, you are not only more excited, but you will invest more energy and more time into what you're excited about. And if you bring a team, just think about that. If you bring a team of people, you're bringing a team of people back that go home, and instead of putting 30 minutes into their LifeVantage business a day, they put 2 hours. Or instead of 5 hours a week, they put 10 hours a week. It's a game changer. So everything comes down to time with our being intentional, right? John Maxwell told me once, I've told this story a million times, but I don't think on this stage. We were at an event where John's always filming. John is not going to miss a chance to film. He is a salesman. So he's going to be always filming so he can sell something. And something happened with one of the cameras, and the producers stopped and said, John, stop. You got to stop. We got a problem with the cameras. We got to back up. And he said, it's going to take about 20 minutes for us. So John said, okay. He looked at the audience and he said, this is a rare opportunity, guys. You got me for 20 minutes and I'll answer any of your questions. And it was like this. Silence. And John said, oh boy, you missed an opportunity. He said, this better be the last time you're ever in my presence and you don't have 3 questions lined up for me. And I'll never forget that. Every time I'm in that guy's presence, or not only that guy, every day he taught me, every day you should be looking for an opportunity to learn. But I'm going to give that a little spin tonight. And you can learn from anybody. You can learn from anybody. No matter who you're meeting or who you're around, you can learn from anybody. I'm going to give that a little bit of a LifeVantage spin. Every day, you need to know intentionally where your opportunities lie to build your business. And for that, I am going to recommend not doing it digitally. I'm telling you, for my best results, now I'm 52, some of that you guys might think that's old school, I don't know. But I am telling you, paper schedules, intentionality on paper, to me is what gets results. Because when it's digital, it just doesn't work for me the same. I just do not get as much. And more importantly, I don't plan appropriately when I'm doing things digitally on a calendar. If I write it down, I'm being intentional about my plan for tomorrow. And like my plan tomorrow, guys, like it's down to, like, I got a Zoom that starts at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. You guys, I hit presidential in 2014. I have been a paid ass presidential for a decade. And that's how excited I am right now about what's going on. 6:30 a.m. I'm going to be on with Australia. And it's written down because then right after that, I've got an hour logged in for workouts and getting my 52-year-old body to feel 32. I've logged in the next 30 minutes to get myself ready to go for what I need to do on the computer. I've got my appointments. I've got recruiting. I've got actually a whole 2 hours. I've got 2 hours blocked out from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow for recruiting. Straight recruiting, not following up, not coaching, not doing busy work in boards, not building tools, recruiting and doing what Tara said, not posting and praying. I am going to be prospecting from 3 to 5 tomorrow, as much as I can possibly prospect. And so I'm just telling you guys, a third of the month is gone. You can't get it back. Like Sean said, it's gonzo. We can't get it back. Don't let another third, don't let another 3 days go by. Don't let 20% be gone. And you're still trying to figure out what you're going to do in September. In fact, guys, you need to, before the day starts, tonight, plan out your tomorrow. If you guys will just do that, oh my God, the results you will get. If before you go to bed tonight, you plan out tomorrow. And I'm not saying you got to be crazy, like schedule the good stuff, schedule the stuff with your family, schedule the meals you want, schedule the workout, schedule the you time, schedule it. But then you've got to be intentional about your work, because if not, this week will go by. We were already short because of a holiday week, right? A holiday yesterday. So days go by really, really quick. And you don't want to be the person that shows up at this launch with less people than you wanted at this launch, less people pre-sold. I think Tara's already got, I don't know, she said a dozen or more people, maybe 24 pre-sold kits already. Don't be the person that misses out on this, because we're not going to get this again. And I was thinking about that launch that Tara talked about, the NAD launch. And I watched what they did. I was excited to see what they did in getting some new presidentials and all those new ranks. And I'm going to tell you guys, NAD is an amazing, amazing product. I use it every day. I won't go a day without that product. It's an amazing product. But the little bit of time I've had around this product that we're launching, it's not even, it's not even the same conversation. And it's because of the market. I got, like, my brain always goes to the money. Yes, everybody wants a sharp brain that has all the autophagy going on, like we're cleaning out the brain cells. Yeah, we all want that. But there's a whole lot more people that want to lose 10 pounds. And they want to feel better in their clothes. I'm just telling you guys. The money that is low-hanging fruit with this thing is crazy. I've got so many friends on that synthetic stuff that we've been hearing about for a year with the commercials. I've got so many friends on that. And it's a kind of a conversation right now. And believe me, guys, I'm going hard at these guys. I'm going hard. And I think we're going to have a fabulous time with this launch. And September is big, guys, because what do you got, Tara? What's that say? The best is yet to come. It sure is. We are all still in the infant stage of our businesses and what this company is capable of. Steve and his staff that he's put together has really set us up in a unique way, and some things that were out of their control. What's happened in the industry over the last month was out of Steve's control, but has certainly given us a golden opportunity to serve millions of people who want our type income, who want our type business. Everybody wants it. And we've got a great opportunity to help them do this. And September, let me share this as I wrap. It is the last month until January, in my opinion, that has no distractions. Little bit of October. We got a little bit of October with no distractions. But you guys, we've only got about 6 or 7 clear 8 weeks maybe before we start getting into some distractions with the holidays. I'm telling you, now, if there's ever been a time that you get good on your schedules and you get focused, and now is the time, because it will absolutely set up your last quarter to this year. It will set up what November looks like. It will set up what December looks like. September is the month where they're more receptive. Kids are back in school. Vacations are over. Just watch the stock market. The stock market tells you this. More liquidity comes into the market in September. It does, guys. People are less distracted in September. Why not get them focused on what we have And the chat, there was a lady in there from that said she has some questions about the comp plan. Go to any of you guys that are wanting to build the business, what an opportunity. Go to the hub, and you've got some hardcore business people here in this group, in this company, that understand the power of this business model, that love this company, and also understand that if you don't have a product that's not like good and priced appropriately, you don't have an opportunity. We understand at this company the beauty, the delicate balance between customers and consultants, and what good products look like, and what good pricing looks like, and what good customer service looks like. It's here. It's here, guys. No company's perfect, but man, this company is set up really, really well. So with that, I'm so excited for all of you to be a part of this company, especially in front of this launch. You guys are going to be able to say, I was at the company, as Tara said. Like Tara's like, I was here when we launched these things. You guys are unique. You're going to be able to say, I was here. But listen, let some other people play in that fun. Like, bring some people in September so they can say, I was here when it launched, not, oh, I came in after the launch. Like, get them in now. That bundle is amazing. Get them in, get new consultants going, guys. So with that, Sky, I'm gonna turn this back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Tara. You guys are incredible. I don't think you guys truly realize what you have. I mean, just for 45 minutes, we had three of the top leaders in this industry just pour into you and give you some insight on how you could go ahead and position yourself in front of a massive, massive launch. And a lot of that starts, I mean, honestly, if you're not already starting prospecting, you're not already getting the people in the funnel and starting to get them on these activated products, you're already falling behind. So this is a month to go ahead. If you haven't started already, right now, this is the time. Go ahead and reach out to someone that you haven't reached out to already and let them know I just got fired up. You cannot believe what I just heard from three of the top individuals here in our company. You need to know what I know right now and make sure that they take full advantage of it. We got the amazing rubber band analogy. I love what Sean was saying. I know I saw some people in the chat. They're like, I got a slingshot. You guys got a slingshot rubber band? What kind of reach back do you have on that? Make sure that you're going ahead and reaching as far as you possibly can to take full advantage. The paddling to go ahead and catch the current, that's fantastic. Much of the same analogy. Imagine that. They have the same experience and the same thought on those things, that you got to start paddling right now, get ahead of it, right? And then bringing the team and being invested and being intentional with your time, that's incredible. Incredible advice. So let's go ahead and see those registration numbers climb up. I know as you guys were just talking about it, I'm thinking back to my first LifeVantage event in Anaheim. And I believe that was like 2012. That was incredible. But it's been really cool to see where we grew from that all the way to where we're at today. And we continue to get better and better. And this is a fantastic company to be a part. But I cannot wait to go ahead and look back on what we're able to do for the rest of September and the rest of these months coming up here in the next little bit and say, hey, I had a part in that. So what kind of portion or what kind of part do you want to have in it? Do you want to have a small part? Do you want to have a large part? Who do you want around you? Do you want a massive team, or do you want just a couple people that go ahead and take the product? We want as many people here to experience the opportunities that we have on both sides, from the health standpoint and also from the opportunity. But that's not it. To go ahead and help you go ahead and start sharing this opportunity even more, do you think it's time to go ahead and share what we have for them in September and see if we could go ahead and have people go share this opportunity even more? Okay, I'm going to ask one last time. Am I on the right screen? Nope. Still getting set up. Every time. Hey, at least you guys got my back on this. Okay, dare to share in September. Okay, what does this mean? If you're going to be daring and you're going to go share the opportunity with consultants in the month of September, and yes, we'll go ahead and reach back to those that were getting to work for the first 10% of this month. You will be able to get this benefit. But in the month of September, what we're going to offer you is an extra 10% bonus on your consultant enrollments in this month. Yes, that's all of your consultant enrollments in this month. you'll get an extra 10% bonus. All right. So all of those individuals that are within their fast track period, yes, you still get all those fast track bonuses. You get the mentor bonus, and you get an additional 10% on top of the level bonuses that you're already earning. All of the existing people, you get that extra 10% on top of the level bonuses that you're earning. So for all of our SC1s and above out there that are out there sharing with consultants and enroll consultants in this month, you get a 10% from this bonus. You get 10% from the level bonus for a total of 20% in this month. Who's excited to go share this opportunity with everybody that they come in contact with, right? I think everybody here on this entire chat, make sure that you go ahead and share this with so many people out there that we could go ahead and have as many people join us next month for our major event. Cannot wait to see the group that you guys all bring out there. Thank you for joining us again. Make sure you share all the love in the chat that you can for our amazing presidentials that shared with us tonight. Again, Tara Wilson, Brandon Cunningham, Sean Poe, thank you so much, everybody. You guys have a great evening.
Love you guys. See you in Kansas City.